to tune drum heads. Although I'm not the most experienced to be talking about this, I got my dad, who's been currently taking lessons from Jim Riley, and was off tuning his own drum heads, and I thought, hey, that might be a good idea. So I asked him to do a video for me. So I hope you like it, and let's take it away.
All right, I'm going to start this by saying I am by no means an expert in this area. In fact, of all the things I do in the drumming world, this is the one part that I feel the least prepared for, mainly because there are 800 different ways to do it, and you can always get good results with all of them, and I haven't figured out the way that I like to do it best. The first thing I do, these heads are a little bit old, I probably should have changed them. First thing I like to do is after I get the head on there, I get everything finger tight all the way around. Then I take a key, and I have found some people will take and put a key on each side and go around and just kind of, I call it one turn above flap, meaning when the head's still kind of flabby, and I just turn. Now I say with those two, I have found the last couple of times tuning that I like to do it with just one, but notice my thumb stays right here, and that's to keep me so that I know where I started. So now the drum's slowly starting to come into tune. Oops, I'm talking and got it backwards, but you get the idea. So it's still kind of got that flabby tone, and I just keep going up like 1/8 of a turn until I kind of get everything to where I want it. Now granted, this head is a little bit old, and I probably should be changing it, but I'm not quite ready to do that yet. Put it back in my pocket. Now you're starting to get some tone out of the drum. A common misconception for younger drummers is to have the drum too tight where it gets too much or doesn't get enough ring. And then I kind of go back through and listening for that. It was a little bit different. I don't know if you can hear that in the camera mic. I'm trying to get these to be as close as I can to being the same. Now, this is the secret weapon. I used to always do this by ear, but I have found that this tune bot is worth every penny. Now, granted, I've gotten really good results doing it by ear, but this tune bot, and there's a bunch of videos. Molly Rose is a drummer that I have followed on Instagram, and she's an endorser of this. Is really her process I use for the tune bot. But if you can afford to get a tune bot to tune your drums, highly recommend it. There's also some really good free FREE apps online that will do some of the same thing on your phone. But what this tune bot does, it kind of goes on here. It gives me an actual reading. We can actually get the drums perfectly in tune all the way across, and allows me to get really, really precise with it. Another misconception by a lot of drummers, and you're going to see there's no perfect right way to do this, but there is some science behind the ratio of what the top head, which we call the and the bottom head, the resonant head, whether or not which one should be higher or lower, and what the relationship between the two. Personally, I like to have the top head, the batter head, to be slightly lower in pitch than the bottom head. I found that gives me the drums the most resonance throughout. And again, drums are meant to ring. You want them to ring and sing a little bit. Don't mute them so much that there's no actual tone to the drum.
Thank you guys. guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and subscribing. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, drop them down below. If you have any other suggestions about videos or anything you'd like me to cover, you can also drop those in the description. Thank you, Chris Whitehurst, for the help on this video. If you want him to do more things, you can also comment that down below, anything you need. And so, like I say, stay groovin'.